J.R. Martinez helps shine a light on the incredible risks our troops face on the battlefield. And, you know, I know J.R. forever. I love her. I'm just like in awe anyway. And of both of them, because they're both also cute. Anyway, these two men are fantastic, and I want you to welcome Noah Galloway and J.R. Martinez. Hey, So, before we start, I want to ask you a question, because last month, someone who was running for president made a really kind of ridiculous remark about what folks go through in the service and what a hero is. And when you hear, like, really stupid stuff like that, do you think to yourself, wow, we need to, like, re-explain how this all works and what we're doing out there? Or is it just, that's one bonehead and I should not pay attention?
It's, me personally, for me, it's just one bonehead that has no clue, because I don't think that that individual represents most of America. Yes. And most of the people in this world that ultimately understand the military.
Now, you guys were very famously on Dancing with the Stars, which is extremely exciting. And Noah, you came in third. You won. I mean, you're the winner. This is like a big moment, okay?
I don't know. This guy is the winner, in my opinion.
Well, you guys are so
I won,
nice.
but
Come on, a little competition.
with this, I mean, yeah, can I, like, kick his ass and dance?
I was better looking.
Exactly.
Well, I
Thank
mean,
you.
Maybe not right now, you know, I'm in a boot, but...
And I was better looking with my shirt off, but, you know, we were...
That is very true. And he held Sharna above his head with one arm. I didn't do that.
Well, didn't he only weighs 4 ounces?
Karina weighs 2 ounces and I couldn't do it.
If I come running to you like that and you lift me up, now that's saying something.
That's hilarious. Let's not even go into my issues, because that's a whole separate thing. But that video got over 40 million hits on YouTube, and then you also proposed. I mean, I'm furious at this news, but you proposed to your girlfriend, and that also went viral. So walk me through it. When is the wedding? Do I have an invite? Give us the details.
Watch out, because he might have something up his sleeve right now. He's like, he's gonna do something else. He's gonna propose, or just, I don't know what he's gonna do now.
Tell us everything.
Well, you know, it was something I was thinking about before Dancing with the Stars called. And then when I was on the show, I was always thinking of what big thing can I do when I propose to her. And then I was on, you know, this, you know, national television show, so I was like, well, this would be great. Since the show, we've gone nonstop. And we want to do it in the fall, and this fall's too soon. So we're looking at next fall. We want to do, she grew up on a farm, so we want to do like that farm wedding.
That's fun.
So we're excited about that, and so we're looking at fall of next year.
That's really sweet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We were talking backstage about how it is, you know, the opportunity that you guys have to educate, and you talked about re-educating people. How do you feel when people ask you to travel back to the day that you hit an IED? And I mean, what is it like to, can you re-explain, you know, to our viewers what that day was like and what you remember, and how you feel talking about it now?
So for me, what happened in April of 2003, I was driving a Humvee through a city called Karbala when my front left tire ran over a roadside bomb. I was trapped inside. I was trapped for about 5 minutes. I was completely conscious. And by the time I was pulled out, I had sustained burns to over 34% of my body. And that is really when the real war in a lot of ways started. And it was a war that I was going to have to face by myself, because my boys, who I developed this camaraderie with, were still finished out that tour. So this was a tour that I was going to have to go on my own. At least that's what I thought, which I was wrong.
Can I ask you about something you just said? You know, there are 2.7 million people who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. And like you said, they're everywhere. Why do you think there is such a divide in society and us and them? Is some of it on the military, that you want to take care of yourselves, you want to take care of your own, or is some of it that society doesn't want to see you? What is it, do you think?
You know, I think there is a struggle with a lot of veterans who, you know, I've talked to a lot of them that said they're afraid to speak out with the struggles they're going through. And that's
like
one thing.
Embarrassed or ashamed?
Yeah, you know, and whatever it is, like, I know my next thing is, like, I'm doing a book right now, and I told, you know, someone that's helped me write it, that I want to share every bad moment I went through, you know, the pain and the tears, because I think that needs to be shared, and other people need to read it, for civilians to hear my story, and for other veterans to say, you're not alone, that it is hard.
Listen, I think real quick is that when you look at his, you know, his time on Dancing with the Stars, when you look at my time on Dancing with the Stars, what you find is that, you know, yes, we're veterans, but we're so much more than that. You know, we're fathers.
You're
He's our
badass
fiance.
dancers.
Yeah.
We're dancers. We're entertainers. Like, and so many vets share those same qualities. So instead of us essentially trying to understand as civilians what vets go through and understand the battlefield, let's stop looking at that. Let's stop paying attention. Let's look at them as individuals, as human beings. Let's find the common interest that bond all of us.
All right.
That will help merge all of us together and start this dialogue. Bam!
Noah, I want to ask you about one of your new roles. You're a brand ambassador for Armatron.
I am.
Tell us
yes.
about that.
Well, Armatron, I had bought an Armatron watch before my second deployment, was wearing it on my left wrist, and when I got injured, my arm was taken off immediately. But it was laying there with me, so they took the watch off and everything out of my pockets and packed it into a bag.
That's incredible.
No, well, this isn't the particular one, but after I went through my depression, and about 5 years later, I decided to get back into shape. I pulled that bag out, pulled the watch out,
God.
cleaned the blood off of it. Never even had to put a battery in it. Set
Still
the time.
ticking.
It still works?
working.
Wow.
And I use it with
That's
workouts, and that was
unbelievable.
a company that I wanted to tie in with.
Yeah.
And
why.
they were excited to do it, and now they're helping with my charitable fund, working with the youth and different veterans, and they've just been a great company to tie in with.
Great.
Amazing story. Wow.
How? There's a lot of folks to talk to. We could hang out with you all for the rest of the day, but we're going to first say thanks to Noah Galloway and J.R. Martinez, and thanks to Armatron, because they're giving members of our studio audience a man and a woman's watch. We'll be right back.
Find out how when disaster strikes, our troops are first on the front lines next.